Can you feel this episode? It's time to venture into the Filmverse, a movie fan podcast where we dive into the vast expanses of cinema and report our findings. I'm Mytchel Chandler.
And I'm Bryce Payne.
And today on the 11th episode of Into the Filmverse, we'll be discussing the Thanksgiving movie, Krisha, and various content we watched throughout the week. Be sure to join us on Letterboxd, the social network for film lovers. You can find Bryce Payne at
Payne Reviews, Payne Reviews.
And me, Mytchel Chandler, at Mitch Reviews. And Mitch is spelled with a Y. That's M-Y-T-C-H.
Hey, Mitch, did you feel that intro?
I totally felt Krisha. But we'll get to that in a minute. So before we dive into our weekly movie watches, we're going to go into the movie news, the segment of our show where we discuss the breaking stories in the world of cinema.
And this week we have a lot.
We do have quite a bit to talk about, which is wonderful because usually a lot of the news that's coming out is bad. This week there's a lot of good stuff coming along. So before, as we like to do start our show, we're going to talk Mandalorian spoilers for 5 minutes. So if you do not want to hear any spoilers about the Mandalorian in general, but also specifically Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 4, then please skip ahead 5 minutes starting now. All right, Bryce, give me a rundown of what happened in this episode, because I'll tell you, I keep forgetting every single time I talk about it. I don't remember what happened.
All right, let's get into this. Okay, so as we all thought, the Mandalorian ship fucking sucks and it had to break down again, because why wouldn't it? Every other episode.
Sure.
But he goes back to the big planet. I forget what they call it.
Sure.
Navarro or whatever.
Oh, right, yes. With Cara Dune and...
Cara Dune and that one dude that I can't remember the name. I didn't even remember his name when Jada asked me. But that's beside the point. Right, okay. Right. He gets there. He's like, I need my ship fixed, yo. And they start fixing his ship. And then they're like, well, we need you a mission. He's like, the fuck? I'm just here for repairs. Like, we don't care. You're going to help us with this mission.
Sure. And
so they go to this base. They tell him it's a skeleton crew. No other people will be there, just a skeleton crew. He's like, all right, whatever. You know, if it helps this planet, sure. I'm down. If it helps you guys are my bros, my friends, you know, let's go. They go to this base, and it turns out that it is not a skeleton crew. Instead, a fuck ton of stormtroopers.
Okay.
And they fight their way through the base, and this is when the second biggest thing, not the biggest thing, the second biggest thing in the episode, they get through the base, they set the reactor to blow up, and then they get this place, and they're like, oh yeah, we need to find what's going on here, because this is like a science lab. And then they find this thing from Dr. Pershing, who you will remember as the scientist from the first season of Mandalorian, the one who was taking Baby Yoda's blood.
Sure.
And they find out that Moff Gideon, who Mando thought he killed, is actually still alive. So, setting up some of the big bad shit that's going to happen. And then Mando's like, shit, I need to get out of here.
It alluded to Snoke a little bit. I mean, how Snoke...
Kinda, like, it kinda, yeah.
I just feel like it
delved into cloning.
Right, exactly. Cloning more.
Like, you see like a failed clone in a tank at that point. So Mando leaves to try to get Baby Yoda, because he's like, yo, if Moff Gideon's alive, I gotta get the kid. Because he left Baby Yoda at a school.
Yeah, I left my little dude alone. I gotta go back and snatch him up. Hold on.
So, like, good luck, you guys. Hope you get out of here fine later. So Cara Dune and the one dude who we can't remember, and the guy that from the first episode he gets the bounty on that. Once again, can't remember his name.
Oh, the blue dude?
Yeah, they're like flying through this base. They get out of the base, take this tank, fly. You know, this big fight with some ships. Really, not much happens other than just fighting people in space and blowing it up. And then Mando saves the day, and then
I feel like
rebel police come and go, that's all you know? And they're like, yeah, that's all we know. Get the fuck out.
Oh, and again, Kim's Convenience, that's the actor of that show. Or one of the main actors of that show.
And then dude. Mando's like, I gotta dip. I gotta go meet a Jedi. And then the episode ends almost. Because then you get Moff Gideon showing up at the end because they put a tracker on Mando's ship.
Oh, right.
And you get a glimpse into an expanded universe characters called Shadow Troopers that are really cool in the expanded universe.
I've seen that. Okay, yeah.
They like turn invisible and shit. They're like force sensitive. It's whack.
Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy if that happened.
I don't know how much of the expanded universe this is going to be, but it's alluding to that.
That is crazy, dude. Yeah, I'm excited to see some more Mandalorian. Is this the one that Baby Yoda like petted the frog that they were eating?
No, this is the one where he ate the cookies and then threw up at the end because he took that one kid's cookies in the school.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, he's like,
I remember that.
Mine now.
I don't know why he was in school, but just hit him in the class, and then the kid's going like, "What the fuck?" And he uses the Force to grab the cookies. That was cute. I like that.
Did you know this is the mid-season episode?
I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised because I know there was
only 4 episodes left. Yeah,
I know.
I'm excited because Dave Filoni directed the next episode, and it's called The Jedi.
I'm sure. Yeah, Ahsoka's definitely on it.
Ahsoka, even though it's by Rosario, she's going to be starred by Rosario Dawson, who I really don't.
They're Josh and us. And it's
actually Mace Windu.
Yeah.
I saw people alluding to that. They're like, could be Samuel. It's like, why though?
Yeah, it would never, like, he's a Jedi. Oh, it's the Samuel Jackson. No, I'm pretty sure it's Ahsoka. Like, they cast Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. Dave Filini's directing the next episode. Of course, it's gonna be Mace Windu.
Why wouldn't it be? No, I found this episode to be kind of lackluster compared to the other.
The reason this is probably not one on my top favorite.
Like, no. This is
season really started out strong.
Than anything
and I mean, I don't know. If I watched it to get a subsequent viewing and just maybe as part of a full package, it would be good.
Blue Jeans guy.
Right. Oh, I gotta mention that.
That's a good character. He's my new favorite.
I obviously didn't see it before, but yeah, obviously there's a guy in the background.
There's a film here. It's not as bad as Game of Thrones like
coffee
cup issue where they had to edit it out into subsequent viewings, but it's there. If you pause, it's like a blink and you miss it kind of shit. But
yeah, honestly, I didn't even notice it until somebody pointed it out.
I didn't notice it either. I watched the fucking episode twice. I didn't notice it.
I love that they got an official poster though. Like, he got an official poster from Disney.
I don't think they did. I think someone made it. I just stole
it. No, well, the thing I thought someone said that he gave an official poster, so I was like, that'd be cool if they did.
They're just like acknowledging it. They're like, yeah, we fucked up.
But that's okay.
But yeah, it was an okay episode.
Yeah, I'm
looking forward to the next one.
Exactly. Ahsoka, hopefully. Well, thank you guys as we discussed Mandalorian season 2, episode 4 spoilers, and until next Friday when we discuss episode 5,
which drops today.
Exactly. And also for everybody, happy Thanksgiving, late Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving yesterday, we're all full and stuff. So
yeah, I ate a lot of pie.
I am hoping still trying to get over that pumpkin pie that I ate.
Pumpkin? I wish I got pumpkin. No one in my family made pumpkin.
Nope. Yeah, I know. That's great. So also this December we're getting a Christmas present. Wonder Woman 84. If you celebrate Christmas, is going to launch on HBO Max and theaters on the same date.
I'm okay with this. At least I didn't push it, you know?
Okay, no, like, I agree, like, it's probably a good idea, but at the same time, it's so weird. This is the first movie that's ever released on the same day and in theaters.
They're just like, you know how packed next year is going to be? We just want it out. We just want it done with.
Why would they, like, it's just weird that the theaters would agree to this. I mean, like, in any normal realm outside of COVID, this would not be a fucking
so works in there, they come in, they're like, hey, man, we want to release our HBO Max thing. They're like, do we still get it? Well, I mean, yeah, like, you got deal.
Right,
you didn't even look through the terms. I don't care. Is it coming to theaters?
Yeah, they're like crackheads right now. Honestly,
they're like, new release? Is it the last shift? We'll take it. We don't care.
Is it the last shift? Oh no. Yeah, no, they just grab anything they can at this point because like they're trying to survive.
They're like, this should have gone straight to DVD, but we don't care. Give it to us.
Well, here's the thing that's nice though. I mean, I do appreciate that some of my friends that wouldn't go to the theater normally are going to be able to go see it, or is going to be able to see it at home and appreciate it. We're still going to be able to talk about it. So, I mean, given this time, I give it a pass. Understandable.
It kind of makes me want to get HBO Max just so I can see it in theaters and then be able to rewatch it.
At home, right?
Yeah, just be like, I'm going to fucking know.
There's so many other movies I want to watch on HBO Max too, but
I might just break and buy it.
The reason I haven't gotten it yet, HBO Max yet, is this is not available on PS5, is that's the only platform I have, or it's not also available on my smart TV.
Yeah, I would have to use my phone. And
I don't like that. I feel like I shouldn't have to use my phone to cast onto my TV to
be able to enjoy something like
exactly.
that. Yeah,
I should be able just to put on my TV. I have 2 devices like that I paid big money for.
You're like, I can't watch this.
I feel like I shouldn't have exactly.
And HBO Max isn't cheap either.
Right, it's like $15, $16.
It's like the most expensive streaming platform out there.
Right, exactly. So, even though Netflix is going up to like $18 a month, at least the way I'm getting it is going up to $18.
I was like, I am not paying $18.
I don't know how it did. It just said it was, but Netflix is
like, I don't watch Netflix enough to justify $18 a month.
Me either, but well, okay, so that's cool.
Well, that's exciting. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Wonder Woman, so I'm really not like frothing at the mouth like, give me it, I need it. But
I'm frothing at the mouth for new content. So
well, yeah, but I mean, just in the sense of like DC property or superhero properties,
sure.
This isn't the one I've been like, give me it. It's like I would have like Black Widow would have been nice. I would have liked that.
I mean, that's not the same studio, but just give me something else.
Or like, oh god, I'm trying to. What else do they have coming out? They have
who? DC?
DC has nothing.
I mean, there's
Batman.
Well, there's Shazam, but that's not a finished production.
There's nothing else finished filming.
Yeah, nope, that's not. I mean, you got the Snyder Cut, which is coming, but that's not going to theaters though.
Yeah, that dude, can you imagine watching a 4-hour long fucking Justice League cut? Like,
nope.
No.
I'll just
watch that at home.
Exactly.
Where I can get up and pause it.
Speaking, actually, that has no transition whatsoever, but we're gonna go to the next one.
To Marvel because properties.
Because of properties, exactly. Deadpool 3 gains new writers. They're actually the writers of the show Bob's Burgers. Bryce, have you ever seen Bob's Burgers?
I like Bob's Burgers.
Me too.
So it's like It's stupid,
Luis.
but I enjoy it.
Tina, I like butts.
But
Gene.
I'm happy to see some like movement on some Fox properties, especially
I don't.
Deadpool.
On any like the Fox can like whatever. I don't care whatever they do with him. I don't like care. But bring me back Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Like
Well,
that's
it's just
probably
the
my
fact
favorite.
that like Disney got the rights, and then like we were all thinking like it's gonna be at least 4 years before we see any movement on this shit. Like
Yeah, just sit on their hands, exactly.
And then it's like, yeah, Deadpool 3 confirmed. Ryan Reynolds is the only person signed on.
Like, yes, dude, and exactly. I mean, obviously, I don't know what the news is here. Is that it keeps it's moving forward, or the fact that the writers from before aren't actually returning from the first two movies aren't returning to do it.
I'm okay with the writers not doing it because I didn't really like the second one nearly as much as the first one.
I liked it more than the first one, but I still liked them both immensely. So it wasn't like.
But like Deadpool 3, man, I'm hyped. Even though it's gonna be like 4 or 5 years before we see it, but I'm hyped.
Well, I give it 2 years.
2 years. I think it depends because with other Marvel properties we'll get into getting all made, it's like their timeline right now for films is gonna be either really packed or really spread out.
Oh, we'll see. I'm sure we'll see it. I mean, if they start filming here soon,
well,
then
like, there's other things being filmed too. That's the problem. Is they got like Moon Knight's supposed to start filming next year.
Well, no,
supposed to start filming next year.
It doesn't have to.
Miss Marvel is filming now.
Well, I guess specific projects don't have to do with like.
No. But it's just like my thought is like the release window. Like they have all these.
Well, that
things
also
coming
depends.
out.
That also, well, you're right because they don't want to cannibalize.
They don't want to be like every month. Here's a more MCU thing just because 2020 being a fuck show.
Right. No, that's a good point.
So that's my worry. They'll film it and then they'll sit on it for a couple years. So all the jokes that Deadpool make will become like obsolete. That's my fear. Deadpool is one of those things where it's like some of the jokes he made back in 2016
probably don't work now.
are not as funny.
Well,
today.
See, the thing is, like IKEA, IKEA was like 10 years ago, but so for some reason, just because it's Deadpool, it works. Like
yeah, there's certain things that definitely works.
The Hordant or the Bourgeois. Oh, I don't know what he says. The Hordant or the Bourgeois. Who knows?
But now we've gotten some good looks into other shows coming out.
3 trailers popped this weekend.
Quote unquote trailer on one of them.
Sure. Well, first I want to talk about which I know you texted me and said you weren't a big fan of, but it was a Tom and Jerry trailer.
This came out like a week and a half ago. I don't think we talked about it last week.
Yeah, I don't think we did, but we'll double check it again anyways.
But yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. I don't like movies where animation meets live action. It just it always seems weird to me, like seeing people react to cartoon characters.
No, I agree. 2 things that kept this movie, because usually what they do with those live action ones is that they change them like Alvin and Chuck moments where they try to make them look like they're actual
either
animals.
they're either too real or they're like just cartoon. And there's nothing that's really been like.
But to me, this is like
Paddington. Paddington is the one example I can think of. Is like
that works, yeah. But and sort of like Winnie the Pooh wasn't bad, or
no. Christopher Robin was pretty good. Yeah,
exactly.
that one was solid. But it's like the fact that it's just straight animation,
right? Well,
clashing with like live action, you can like it kind of
it's gimmicky for sure.
Yeah, it's like the actors don't feel like they're actually interacting with anything. That's what bothers me.
Okay, I mean that's fair.
They're like looking down. You're like,
I mean they can always right.
And
I mean like they could do what they do with Rocky Raccoon with Sean Gunn. Put him in the green screen outfit.
One dude's just sitting there. He's like, I'm Tom now.
Yeah, no, exactly. But see, the 2 things I liked about this and why it sold me was because of the animation style, but the fact that it was not exactly like the cartoon, but also it was updated a little bit to make them look 3D, but it also kept some of that same spirit.
Yeah, I like the spirit. It definitely I think it'll work.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if the actors are gonna be able to make it work.
See, I love Chloe Grace Moretz, so that's absolutely gonna sell me on that.
This cast is still like Michael Pena,
Yep. Exactly.
Give me more of him in movies.
Everything.
It's like
funny.
When we watched Fantasy Island, like Jada and I watched Fantasy Island in February, and he was the fucking best thing about that movie.
Right.
Like he was just, his presence in movies makes
he knows how to flirt that line between comedy and seriousness. He knows how to switch that back and forth easily. He was kind of
scary in Fantasy Island. He just sit there with staring. He was like, "This island is cursed." You're like, Jesus Christ, where is this coming from?
But and then the second thing that maybe sold me on this was that they didn't make the characters talk. Yeah, if they had made him talk, then I would not have liked this at all.
I thought that in the original teaser they talked, but maybe it was like making fun of the fact they won't be talking.
I don't remember, honestly. But I think I have vaguely remember something like that. But I'm so glad they're not. If it turns out they are, then I'm just gonna not like this movie as much as I want to.
Like start it as like all silent, and then halfway through the film they're like, "Hey, Tom,
how you doing, Jerry?"
Be like, "No."
I'm doing good, Jerry, Tom.
You know what's cool though? Something I really like is the original actors for Tom and Jerry, like the people that made their sounds and shit.
Yeah.
Are the actual ones doing it? They just got archival footage.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
So I like that because Mel Blanc, who did Bugs Bunny and stuff like that, he's the actor for Jerry, even though he's been dead for 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah, good on you, man. Go Warner Brothers.
Another trailer we watched is
The teaser.
Oh, well, we'll just it's a
I thought we
teaser
were
trailer.
spoiled this.
Sure. So a teaser trailer we watched that was absolutely tomato not good.
So bad.
All right, here's I'm gonna ready for this because I want to tell you how I felt when I was watching this trailer or teaser trailer. So it was for the movie called Clifford the Big Red Dog. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows what that is, or the cartoon book, whatever. Clifford the Big Red Dog. I've read some as a kid and watched some shows, whatever, and so I mean I'm not like super connected to this, but a little bit. So I turn on this trailer. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see what this is about. So they start showing the dogs getting bigger and bigger, right? The actual real dogs. And I was like, okay, but like they're gonna show the Clifford, and it's gonna really stupid because he's gonna be a cartoon. And then it gets to the Clifford, the big red dog, and he looks like the color of a tomato. He's not even red. He's like a dark pink, and then like a dark pink with it's like a muted red.
They don't even give you like a solid look at him. It's literally like he stares at you and then he licks the screen and goes away. It's
I know, and then
you're like hiding something.
Exactly, and it obviously at first it kind of looks like a real dog, but then as he starts moving, it's clearly CGI. So I'm just like, no, stop this, dude! Like it does not look
terrible.
Good.
Do you remember the? I think I showed you the pictures of behind the scenes when I first showed you they were making this film, and they had that giant fucking exoskeleton and shit of like a red like exoskeleton. People like walking beneath it. I was like, this movie's gonna be rough, man.
I honestly,
it was gonna be bad.
I mean, I have not seen Cats. I know you have, but I feel like this is gonna be Cats level bad.
No, that's impossible. Cats had
no, that's impossible.
Cats had live action people trained to be cats, dude. There's no fucking way. This is at least like they have CGI. Like the cats even have CGI. It's fucking bad. It was bad. There's like oh my god. After the podcast, I'm gonna show you this fucking like scene from that movie where there's like mice with human heads on it. It's fucking terrifying.
Well, never mind. I take back what I said, but still, it doesn't look that great. That's all I'll say. Just please don't show me that. Actually, just don't. I take it back. Just don't show me that.
See it, you have to see it.
No, I don't want to
watch the whole movie. You're just seeing a scene.
You don't have to get me fucked up for that. Here's what we'll eventually do just a drunk podcast of the review of watching Cats afterwards.
Not even a full podcast, like 20 minutes.
No, like 15 minutes
off our ass.
Yep, we'll just like watch Cats. We'll drink, watch Cats, and then get on the podcast and just be like, yeah, so we watched Cats.
It'll be a special episode.
Yeah, we'll do it at some point. I don't know when, but it'll happen. Just
one day we'll get desperate enough for viewings. We're just gonna do it.
Exactly. We need content. We need people to come inside.
People love drunk reviews.
But speaking of chaos Walking trailer with Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland just debuted.
That thing is trippy, bro.
It was a trippy, weird. I don't even know what the trailer was, to be honest with you.
It's weird, dude. It's like, okay, I don't know. I've never read the book it's based off of. Apparently, it's based on an acclaimed novel. I had no clue, but like Daisy Ridley plays a girl that apparently falls from space or something in like a spaceship and lands on a planet with just guys, and she can see their thoughts.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's pretty cool.
It's just weird. It's like,
sure.
What are they going for here?
I don't know. It's Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland. That's all I'm sold on that.
I don't like her hair in this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
like the blonde. I don't think the blonde fits her.
Probably just because we saw her as a brunette in the other one, so just
we're like
that's not Ray!
5 years of you being a brunette, I'm not okay with this.
You can't have that, even though you filmed this before those movies. She did, too. They filmed this before the Star Wars movies, I'm pretty sure.
No, because Tom Holland looks old.
Tom Holland's a young boy in that one.
He's always young. It's Tom Holland.
Okay, true. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm gonna see it, but this is weird.
The only movie he's ever looked like an adult in is that Double All the Time movie, and it was weird.
Barely.
He's reaching it.
He's getting that adult status.
Eventually, he's gonna be able to play Peter B. Parker in the Spider-Verse.
No, you know what needs to happen is that like we're gonna get like one more year out of him in high school, and then he needs to graduate because he's like, all right,
he's gonna be like
now grow your beard, Tom, grow your beard.
Like, we know you can do it, just do it.
Just imagine a Peter Parker with a beard. Wouldn't that be cool? I would love that.
You have like the mask on and the beard's like pushing on the mask.
All right, I can talk about Spider-Man and all that all day, but Chaos Walking, mid thumbs. What do you think?
I want to watch it, but it depends. It's like
I'm gonna watch it.
It's not something I want to see opening night.
I mean,
discount Tuesday.
Sure, why not? Yeah,
discount Tuesday. It's a discount Tuesday looking movie.
Exactly.
I'm trying to see when it filmed. I'm like, when did this movie film?
Another cool / interesting / weird thing that's happening.
Oh shit!
What?
This movie finished filming like 2017.
I told you.
That's so bad. Why?
So, Mads Mikkelsen, who played Hannibal Lecter, is going to be the new Grindelwald, replacing Johnny Depp.
That's so weird.
I don't. But also, I really don't care.
No,
I never care. I said I don't like the Fantastic Beasts franchise, so that's why I don't care.
I'm interested in it.
Like, I mean, cool, man. I'm not gonna notice, to be honest. Like, there's another character. Oh, really? Like, he's Grindelwald. Okay, cool.
Someone did like a fan edit of like how he would look as Grindelwald.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta find it though. It's like okay.
It's okay. But
It's like weird. It's like the face like they're looking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess it really. I mean, as long as the spirit of the character stays the same, that's all that matters. So, yeah, I don't know. It's like cool, I guess. I mean, obviously, the whole depth situation is a fiasco.
That's a whole podcast episode in itself.
Exactly. Oh my God! Black Panther 2 is filming in July. Wait, what? Sorry. I mean, Black Panther 2 is actually going to be filming in July. Did you hear that, man?
I don't know how I feel about this. It's like they just lost their lead actor less than a year ago
I know.
today, and now
Rest
they're
in
like,
peace, Chadwick.
and now they're like, we're going forward with the sequel. I'm like, but how?
Yeah, it really feels kind of. I wouldn't say premature. It just feels very like, wow, unexpected. Is word. I would not expect him to do that. I thought they were gonna wait like a year or two before anything happened.
Kevin Feige, they're like, hey, what do we do? He's like, make it. Like, but he's like, no, make it.
Make it.
Can we use CGI? No.
I need that $1 billion, man.
This is how we break into other cultures.
I need that $1 billion.
You can't have every movie be about a white man.
Hashtag Kevin Feige ASMR. I need that $1 million.
Dude, it's weird though because it's like, I know Chadwick Boseman. Like, you ever think about the timeline and like the MCU after this though? Because like he just came back in Endgame and now he's gone for good.
I know it's crazy. Well, but the character of T'Challa might still be there though.
But behind the scenes, like they'll be just like, yeah, you know, T'Challa's out doing this, and they're like, oh, but the new Black Panther.
No, but I don't think that he's gonna be a new Black Panther. I think that he's gonna come in and replace the character of T'Challa. The person that they're recasting T'Challa. They're not killing T'Challa.
That would make sense. I guess it would depend on who they get to recast T'Challa.
I mean, it has to be a good actor, obviously, clearly, but yeah, I know it's not going to be Letitia Wright because I feel like she is going to be. They said she's going to have a more prominent role, but she's not going to be the lead actor.
I'm okay with that. I don't know. I get it. God, does that make me sound sexist?
No, no, of course not. I just think it's going to be. I'm okay. Honestly, I'd be okay with whatever they did as long as as long as it wasn't the CGI Chadwick Boseman, which is they said they're not going to do. So.
Princess Leia issue over here.
You know, Princess Leia, don't do that, please. So, yeah. So I mean, it's awesome that they're still shooting in July. That's good movie news. It's a little awkward movie news, but it's still good.
God, there's so much shit filming for MCU right now.
I know, so much stuff filming and not a lot of stuff coming out, but we'll blame it on the
They're
pandemic.
like, we have like 10 years worth of content made now. It's like, cool, we haven't seen any of it.
Like,
oh, but don't worry, Deadpool 4 has been confirmed. It's like, we haven't seen Deadpool 3 yet.
Wait a minute, Deadpool 4. That's good. Please, actually, yeah, I'd be okay with that though. I'm like, yes, please.
They're just like confirming everything right now. They're like, yeah, you know, Iron Man 4 is coming out. They're like, but how? He's like, oh, you have to see the other movies to know.
Just kidding, that was a joke. Iron Man 4 is not coming.
That's not real. Yeah, that. Rest in peace.
Even
Tony
though
Stark.
I wish. Okay, guys, so with that down, let's move on to some of the films we watched this week.
Which was not a lot.
No, it wasn't a lot, but that's okay. We'll talk about some. I watched Always Be My Maybe. It was a movie. That's all you need to know.
It's a movie.
And moving on.
Whoa! What is this?
Keanu Reeves was in it. I don't know, the one funny guy.
This is the movie where you fell asleep, right?
Yeah, but I finished watching it though. Well, then
like,
I thought I
you fell asleep while watching it though.
I did, yeah.
That's not a good sign for a movie.
No, but I was watching it like 1 a.m. though.
That's fair. You were watching a lot of stuff late this week.
I do.
You're like, hey, look, I'm watching Mandalorian at 2 a.m. You're like, why?
Why? I am weirdo. I have been doing a lot of playing Ghost of Tsushima. I know that's not movie related, but I just wanted to mention like
Kurosawa.
Kurosawa. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's very heavily
Japanese.
inspired. So it was really honestly it's a lot of fun. But besides that point, I know you watched a shitty movie.
I did. And I thought
a very shitty movie.
I thought this was gonna be good. I thought you were exaggerating. And then when I saw the reviews on Letterboxd, I was like, oh, you guys are dumb.
Ad Astra.
Ad Astra, dude. This movie sucked.
What's the guy's name again?
Brad Pitt?
I keep wanting to call one of the Toms, and I always mess it up. I was like, it's
like,
not Tom Cruise.
I was like,
it's not Tom. No, you're right, exactly. Because I was like, it's not Tom Cruise. It's not Tom. What's the guy name that does Venom?
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, it's not Tom Hardy. It's not Tom Cruise.
It would have been better with
It's not Tom
Hardy.
Jones. It's like what's the guy's name? He's a white boy guy. I was like, oh, Brad Pitt, right?
Okay, so no, here. Okay, you watched this in theaters, right?
Unfortunately.
Okay,
I'm adding you, Randy Preston. He thinks this movie is a masterpiece.
This movie sucks.
Okay, but I'll be honest. I talked to my
2-hour long movie, and the ending blows.
It does. But I talked to my two coworkers today, and they actually like this movie too. He's like, all right, but my friend told me the exact same thing of what you pretty much just told me with Krisha or Krisha, whatever. I'm saying Krisha, doesn't care. It's drumroll please.
Movie you have to feel.
Yeah, it's a movie you have to feel. Exactly. You don't think about it. You just kind of let it roll.
No, dude, I thought about this because all I could think about was like, all right, so society's gone by so much that we can like go to Mars, have a settlement on Mars, right? And it's like they got what's that dude's name? What's that guy's? What's the old dude name? He was in
Tommy
Men in
Lee
Black.
Jones?
Yeah. Tommy Lee Jones. They have him in here, but he never makes a real appearance till the end. And then he like spoiler. I don't care. Fuck this movie. He dies.
Yeah, exactly. It's
just
dumb.
like as soon as 5 minutes after you meet him, he just dies. So like, what
He
the
goes
fuck's
through
the whole
movie.
point?
He goes through the whole movie, and then his father just dies.
Yeah, like in front of me. He's like, oh, let me go. Ooh. It's like, what the fuck was the point of spending 2 hours to watch you die? Like, I don't give a fuck.
Let me go woo. That's the quote. Like, let me go woo.
Dude, it's so bad. And I was like, I tried so hard, but then I was like, man, this movie's really long. Let me see how much longer. I had to have like 20 minutes left. It was like an hour, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it's not that great.
Dude,
just don't watch the movie.
Ass. I was so mad.
I'm gonna say watch the movie just to make your own opinion, only because I feel like a lot of people that I've seen has really liked this movie.
Yeah,
but
dude, like everybody I follow on Letterboxd has seen this is like 4-star reviews, 4.5, and I was like, but why?
I know. I don't know why. I have to rewatch it just because I feel like I missed something.
I know I'm not a sci-fi person, but like, fuck, dude, this is boring.
No, I agree with you. My friend he was a big fan of the score and the cinematography and everything.
I don't give a fuck.
I was like, I still want a good story, you know,
like,
but
there is more to a movie than, ooh, look, pretty shots. Ooh, look, sound. I'm like, bass. I'm like, you're not Christopher Nolan. Stop.
You're not. Oh, well, Christopher Nolan doesn't even do it good half the time. That's
Interstellar is really good. That's a really good movie.
No, I just meant with sound mixing as far as Tenet goes. You've heard about those.
Dude, when I was watching Interstellar, yeah, I know about that. With but there's a reason you can't understand Bane.
All right,
it's
exactly.
not Tom Hardy's fault. But no, dude, when we were watching Interstellar, right? Okay, so I have a whole 7.1 surround sound system kind of shit going on, and we were watching Interstellar. We had to fucking like adjust the volume over and over and over because it would be like, yeah, it'd be like, boo! I was like, oh my god, dude, like fix your mixing.
Sorry for blowing your speakers out there.
Dude, it's so bad. But it's a good, like the plot, the story's good, and so that's another thing. It's like audio is important, but also like
you need a good
I
plot.
need substance.
That's why I liked that movie that he did with the dream things. Why can't I? Inception.
Yeah, Inception. Yeah, that one's good too.
Great sound mixing in that one. But then there's this one. It's just like this is Tenet. Blah blah blah. Don't kill this one.
Everybody with a mask. This isn't about Tenet. This is about Ad Astra.
This is about I know, but this is about Christopher.
Ad Astra was not directed by Christopher Nolan.
Why are we talking about this?
Because they tried to beat Christopher Nolan.
They tried to beat Christopher Nolan.
Anyways, they're like.
So
Interstellar was good. We can make a space movie that goes through space too. It's like, no, you suck.
The wrong thing would be to watch this movie, but doing the right thing is by watching Do the Right Thing.
I will not spoil this movie because I really want Mytchel to watch it. But I watched this on Tuesday, and this is a slice of life movie that I actually liked.
I know. I saw that. I saw that it was a slice of life movie. And I'm like, Bryce, you actually like this? You told me to recommend watch this? What?
It's so good. It's a Spike Lee film, which is
that was another thing. It was Spike Lee too, which you're not a huge fan of.
Yeah, he's a hit or miss. Like I've seen. This is my third one, so I haven't seen a lot by Spike Lee. Oh no, fourth because I watched Black Klansman. Yeah, I watched Black Klansman, which I really liked. Defy Bloods, which was really good.
I didn't see that, so. And
then I watched Bamboozled, which I hated.
Bamboozled.
And then this, and I really liked this movie. And this was one of his earlier films. He is in the starring role. But I didn't know that either. It was really weird because he looks really young. But this movie has a great thing about just like a day in this like African American neighborhood in Brooklyn, and there is such a good cast. It has Martin Lawrence, who you will know from Bad Boys.
Martin Lawrence.
It has
Sam Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson's in it. He's really good. It has Grand Moff Gideon, yeah, from Mandalorian, and he doesn't look the same at all. But yeah, it's a good movie. It's 2 hours long.
1989.
Yeah, it's in 1989. It's really, really, really good.
You got Wynn Thomas. You got Ossie Davis. I don't know if anyone knows that actor. You got Danny Aiello, Richard Edson. It's weird. Oh, that's the guy that plays Moff Gideon.
Yeah, that's why I saw him.
Giancarlo Esposito.
I was looking at the cast list on Letterboxd, and I was like, no.
Frankie Faison, Robin Harris. What's weird is like the actual like people you know, like Sam Jackson. And
They're all in like the back of it.
Martin
Like,
Lawrence.
They're
Yeah,
not starring. Like
it's weird.
they're in it, but they're not the big ones in it. It's just really weird. But it's such a good movie. I really want you to watch it so we can actually go like in depth with it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But it's a solid film.
I will do the right thing and watch this movie called Do the Right Thing.
It is a Criterion film too. So
Oh, nice.
I finally watched another Criterion movie that was really good. It's been a dry spell.
You own the Criterion version of it?
I do.
Nice.
It's a good movie.
It's only a shame I can't play discs.
Yeah, because you decided you wanted the
Digital
digital
edition.
PS5.
Yeah, well, I didn't know you before, and so it was a good idea. I mean,
You were hanging out with me when you bought it.
that's fair, but you know what?
It's okay. It's all good. Most people don't have disc.
Right, exactly.
But no, that's a solid film. I don't want to spoil it, but the ending had my wife in tears,
Aww.
and she was crying, dude. It's so good. And the soundtrack is basically like all Fight the Power.
Fight the power.
It's so good. I forget what that artist is. Public Enemies.
Fight the power.
It's such a good film, and it's like
Fight the power.
God, you'll love it.
That's not the song at all. I just said make this.
No, but you'll love it. You really will. I think it's a movie you can actually like get behind.
I will get behind this movie and do the right thing. I will do the right thing. Well, with our thoughts on the various content we watched throughout the week, spiraling into the Filmverse, let's move on to our Filmverse feature. Each week before our podcast, we watch a film that the other person wants to share. Last week, Bryce chose the Thanksgiving, quote-unquote, I mean, it is Thanksgiving.
It is Thanksgiving, and all based on Thanksgiving, yeah.
Movie called Krisha, or Krisha, her name is actually.
We were pronouncing it Krisha for an entire week, and then like the movie started, it was like, Krisha. You're like, oh.
Wait a minute. So, Krisha is about tensions rise at a Thanksgiving gathering when a troubled woman reunites with an extended family that she abandoned years earlier. Bryce, I'm going to let you go first, just to put you out on the string you out here.
I'm always on the string.
You are, because I like when you're on the string. What did you think of this movie?
I love this movie. I don't think it's one that is like, oh god, dude, it's really rough. It's like, part of the reason I love it is because it reminds me so much of my own family.
Sure.
Which is really fucked up if you've seen this movie.
Yeah, and it kind of is. It's a little sad, but that's okay.
But no, it's like Krisha is.
You have a sad life, Bryce. Like it's kind of sad. You have a sad life. You're stuck.
I'm sorry. But no, Krisha is like almost exactly like my mother. Which, if you've seen the movie, you're probably sitting there like, oh, what the fuck? But
why won't you let me see my son?
I was like,
I want to see you, Mom.
I was like watching this, and I was like, dude, this is intense for me. Like, holy shit. But no, it's like I told Mytchel when it started, I was like, Mytchel, don't try to understand this, just try to feel it, because according to Letterboxd, you need to just feel it. You don't need to understand.
And so I clearly understood what that meant when he said just to feel it, and I just did not think that this movie was going to be good at all.
There's like a couple things you're like, wait, and you're like, no.
As soon as he told me not to watch it and just to feel it, I'm like, oh, see, now I know what we're getting myself into. And I just sat back and just let the movie wash over me like a fine wine inside a bomb. What's this thing? What's bath bomb? Yeah, bath bomb filled bath.
No, I was surprised. I was like, I actually gave you warning this time instead of like Old Joy, where it's like, but just feel it. You're like, oh god, Bryce, this is horrible. I was like, I know.
No, I couldn't even feel that movie. Even if I tried.
But this movie, it's like, just feel it. And you're like, there were scenes you're like, wait a minute. You're like, no, just feel it.
I did. I even said wait out loud. I was like, wait, just gotta feel it. And then I just kept rolling with it. I'm like, all right, yeah, I feel this.
It's a really short movie too. It's only an hour and 20 minutes.
But do you feel this?
Yeah, it was like, it's intense, dude. I was starting to get like goosebumps and shit near the end. Because we're gonna spoil it because it's our Filmverse feature. So
there's nothing to spoil though. I mean, it's really not even like.
No, it's like.
Oh well.
The thing is, it's a. I want to say it's slice of life film.
No, I'm gonna spoil it because who cares? It's not even important. Like it's not an important film. Don't ever watch it. Like okay. I don't.
It is number 2 on Rotten Tomatoes best Thanksgiving movies ever.
What is a Thanksgiving movie besides Charlie Brown?
Just movies that take place on Thanksgiving. Spider-Man's a Thanksgiving movie.
I keep forgetting about that. That don't count though. It's a superhero movie. It's like a sub genre is Thanksgiving. It's like if you could choose a last genre for it.
Mytchel, you look at what you look. There's a lot of Easter movies. There's a lot of Halloween movies.
There's
a lot of Christmas movies.
Is Easter movie Hops?
Peter Rabbit. There's fucking tons of bunny rabbits.
The rabbits.
But you look at every other holiday, and there's always movies for that holiday, except maybe like President's Day or something.
Well, what are you doing with Thanksgiving? Everybody just yells at each other.
Your family doesn't.
True, that's very true. I mean, we have our little like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, but you don't show up at Thanksgiving and be like, fuck you, Mom.
I'll get your fucking mitts on my turkey, bitch.
You're like, get the fuck out of my house.
You're like, you got the vid.
Me, on the other hand, like, I don't know, 2 years ago, that is what happened on Thanksgiving. So, like, it's pretty fucking close.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I guess I can see how it hit home. I give it a 3.5 out of 5.
I gave it 4 out of 5.
So, I mean, it's not a...
It's not a movie I would say, like, if you're like sitting there at night, one night, you're like browsing through films, you're like, ooh, Krisha, I'm gonna watch that. Don't do that. But if like,
well, I don't know why you would watch this. I wouldn't give it. There's no reason I would recommend this to somebody, but it's not a bad film.
yeah, it's not something I'm like, God, we watched Old Joy. We gotta watch something else to make it better.
Right? Exactly.
But it's like it's a movie about this recovering alcoholic, druggy, woman.
I will tell you this though. If I had actually watched it and you didn't tell me, just like sit back and just kind of like, I would have probably given it like a 1.5 or 2.
Like, what the fuck happened to this?
Yeah, because it's just not. Well, it's not a good movie per se. It's just very like, it's just very eerie and unsettling if you just let it.
Dude, it's like I looked at this like real life horror. Like this is horror that can happen in anybody's family.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like you're not seeing people get stabbed. You're not seeing people. It's just like real life.
Usually, when you see a movie, though, you want it to be something a little bit more than real life.
I'll be honest. Yeah, I don't like movies where that's why I don't like slice of life. I'm like, I could just fucking do this. Like, I don't. But it's like watching my life. I'm like,
it's like it's a little bit. Yeah.
Like, I don't like that. Stop.
I wanted to explore something that's. I want a movie to explore something that's, even if it's possible, the realm of possibility, it's different than you normally see.
Yeah, that's right.
And this seems like it can happen to anybody.
It does, and I think that's part of the reason I feel more attached to this because it actually is what happens.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
My mom is an alcoholic. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. That's what happened. Like, yeah.
You're like, yeah, same. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, good job, man. Like, wow. Yeah, it's a solid film. I enjoyed it. I want to say I'd watch it all the time, but it's pretty good.
Yeah. Well,
so Mytchel.
Yeah, that was
it's your week.
It is my week this week, and before I jump into that, I do want to talk. I was gonna talk about something else, but now I can't remember what it was. So I'm gonna announce my. That's what I say. We watched the Kevin Hart comedy special.
I did. It was my first one.
Yeah. Okay. So I know I hyped up Kevin Hart so much, and Kevin Hart just came out with his new Netflix special. Like I'm not fucking around anymore, or something like that.
It's like I don't give a fuck anymore. Or something like that.
And he's basically just in his basement, in his own home's basement, doing some
just flexing on everybody.
Exactly. And
he's like, yeah, my kids go to private school, but I don't really like private school. It's like, why the fuck are your kids in private school then, man? Right. Like, this is your choice.
So
my family does no rating lines for amusement parks. I'm like, woohoo for you, motherfucker! Like, the hell?
No, it's very different than from some of the stuff he's done in the past.
I was kind of disappointed. I laughed at a couple things, but you were like, yeah, Kevin Hart. And I was like, yeah, I'll check it out so we can talk about it.
He checks out the new one, and I'm just like, no, that's not what you're supposed to do.
You're like, that's not the order. It's like, I didn't know there was a fucking order to this.
You gotta do this real shit. Like, you gotta go back to the main days. I'll show you eventually. We'll get some Kevin Hart. You're gonna learn today.
I was like, I don't know. You told you said I should watch it. Like, I watched it. I was like, yeah. You're like, it's not the right one.
You're like, not that one. A different one.
Watch all the other ones first. I was like, all right.
Exactly. Well, I think this wasn't like. I mean, it was funny to me, but it wasn't. I wasn't on I wasn't on the ground laughing. Like seriously.
Yeah, I was like, this is just him flexing on everybody. I don't really like that.
Right. That's what he was. He was just coming in there like, hey, what's up, guys? He's like, fuck y'all.
I had COVID, but I'm rich, so it doesn't fucking matter. I'm like,
what he said.
All right, man. Like,
how about them? What do you say? Brick oven pizza.
I get him a brick oven. You're like, all right, man, cool. Like, I can't.
Jerry Seinfeld. They're all saying like, bop, bop. Man, it was good. It was a good show, but I mean, it was. It
had some funny thing. I like the brick oven pizza things. Yeah. But I know of some of his jokes. I'm like, it's just better.
Exactly. No, exactly. But anyways, I just want to talk about that real quick. And now I will announce my Filmverse feature, and this is not going to come as a surprise, and I might actually see if it's something that we can see in theaters. Because I know it's coming out in theaters. And since it is going to be December, and I just couldn't wait any longer.
You're fucking watching The Grinch.
We were watching How the Grinch Stole Christmas, starring Jim Carrey. Oh, yeah, son.
You're like, your face, I know you guys can't see it, but he just looked at me like this big-ass smile, like, yeah!
I'm so excited. I love this. I watch it every year, and it's just like my favorite Christmas movie.
I'll be honest, the only thing I know about this, I saw it as a kid, obviously. I never really watched it right? But I know that the girl who plays Mary Lou is like in a hardcore rock band.
Right now,
and she like walks around like tape on her nipples and shit while she plays. It's so weird. It's hilarious.
No man, I'm so excited. It was Cindy Lou Who. No, I'm so excited to watch this again. I don't really like any. I like the original Grinch. Like,
this is a 2-hour movie.
Perhaps, I don't know. It's an hour and 50 minutes. Yeah,
that's fucking nuts for a Christmas
Jim Carrey
movie.
Too. I love Jim Carrey. I love the Grinch. Like, I feel like I am the Grinch, just like spiritually, as when he's a goofball. Anyways.
This is how you're gonna start my birthday week. You're gonna make me watch the Grinch.
Yes, it's amazing. Okay, yeah, it's his birthday next week.
Yeah, because that episode
next Friday. So our next new episode, when we do this, will be your birthday.
I know, it's so weird.
That's awesome.
I get to watch the Grinch. Woo!
Woohoo!
I'm also gonna be watching Mank though. I'm excited to get into Mank.
And maybe Nomadland if we can.
Well, we're not gonna watch we're not gonna discuss.
Oh, we're to the
Mank
next week, right.
We're gonna discuss Mank the week after.
Good point.
Because spoilers. But I am so excited to watch Mank. I need to get you to watch Citizen Kane.
You do. You do.
Because I feel like you'll enjoy, like, maybe not enjoy Mank more, but I feel like you'll appreciate it
more.
Mank more if you know the
That's
story behind
understandable.
Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Everyone says Citizen Kane is the best movie ever made. I kind of doubt that.
I don't know. I mean, you've heard that a lot with a lot of things. Like, I haven't
like,
seen the Citizen Kane or Godfather yet.
Citizen Kane, like, when I was watching it, I was like, this is really good, but, like, best
ever over Spider-Man. I'm just kidding.
It's not even just Spider-Man. It's like I think of like 3 other movies I'd rather watch before this. Like
Into Spider-Verse, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3. Wait, sorry, what?
Yeah, Spider-Man 3 beats Citizen Kane.
I'm
You're
sorry,
funny.
I don't think you guys realize how much I like Spider-Man.
You're like, man, that fucking Venom in Spider-Man 3. Ugh. Like, Mitchell, it's bad.
No, I love it. I mean, it's terrible, but I love it.
You're like, doesn't matter, Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Man.
It'd be like a 3-hour-long movie of Spider-Man just eating cereal. You're like, yeah, Spider-Man, I don't know what you want from me.
That is me. To a T. I mean, if you have a dude in a suit with just like his mask pulled up and he's just eating cereal.
Not even pulled up, just like above his mouth.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, above his mouth. I probably watch it for an hour and a half. And I'm like, all right.
And then like the ending of that movie would just be like, it turns out it's Deadpool. It's not even Spider-Man. It's just Deadpool dressed like Spider-Man.
He just had latex over his mouth. Just.
Doesn't that sound like something he would do though?
No, it for sure is. He's just like, hey, give me my suit back. Peter just walks in.
Doesn't talk the entire movie. Just eats cereal.
What if the concept though? He's eating cereal and there's a movie going on behind him while he's just eating cereal. That'd be interesting.
Endgame's happening behind him. He's just sitting there watching it all go down.
All right, now we're just having Deadpool fanfic, so we're gonna move on. Well, thank you guys.
I know what I'm writing this week.
Right. Thank you guys as we talked movie news and shared our thoughts on season 2, episode 4 of The Mandalorian. Plunge deep into the filmverse with Krisha. Always be my maybe. Ad Astra.
Ad Astra.
Ad Astra. Oh, I did say that, didn't I? It's just like habit for me. And do the right thing. New episodes come out every Friday, so be sure to follow us and turn on notifications to get updates every time we post. To stay up to date on our Outside the Cast adventures, follow us on Instagram at Into the Filmverse Podcast.
Yes, we do a lot of advertising on there.
We do. It's a lot of fun on there. Come see us over there. But if you want to check us out personally, you can find Bryce Payne at
Payne Reviews, Payne Reviews on Letterboxd, and on Instagram as Sanguine Director, Sanguine Director. I might have to change that because that's a lot to say.
I know, right? And you can follow me, Mytchel Chandler, by following me on Facebook and Instagram at author Mytchel Chandler, on Twitter at Mytchel Chandler, and on Letterboxd at Mitch Reviews. And Mytchel and Mitch is spelled with a Y, so it's Mytche.
And for some news on our production thing, we are trying to get on iTunes, Stitcher, and more right now.
And Google Podcasts. We'll try to get on much. We're setting up our RSS feed for anybody who's geeky and knows what that is.
We get professional up in here.
We are always trying to improve for you guys. So we love you. Appreciate you coming in here and taking the time with us. And that is all for this week, our fellow cinephiles. And until next time,
Excelsior!